saw a guiltier man in my life.
What does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say he's guilty, or we don't vote on his face.
You sat right in court and heard the same things I did. The man's a dangerous killer. You could see it.
Where do you look to see if a man is a killer?
Oh,
No, really,
no.
please tell me, what are the facial characteristics of a killer? Maybe you know something I don't know.
Look, what is it about the case that makes you think the boy is innocent?
Well, he's only 19 years old.
That's old enough. He knifed his father 4 inches into the chest. An innocent little 19-year-old kid.
I agree with you, the boy is guilty, but I think we should avoid emotionally colored arguments.
All right. They proved it a dozen different ways. Do you want me to list them?
No. We had a more doubt we had every day, each day. I just think we owe him a few words. That's all.
It's hard, sure. It was hard for me. Everything I have, I fought for. I worked my way through college. That was a long time ago, and perhaps you forget. I fought, yes, but I never killed.
I know what it's like. I never killed anybody.
Well, I've been kicked around too. Wait until you worked in an ad agency and the big boys that buy the advertising walk in. We all know.
In my country, in Europe, kicking was a science. But we should try to find something better than that.
I don't mind telling you this, mister. We don't owe that kid a thing. I had a fair trial, didn't he? You know how much that trial cost? It's lucky he got one. Look, we're all grown-ups here, all right? You're not going to tell me that we're supposed to believe him, knowing what he is. I've lived among those people all my life. You can't believe a word they say, and you all know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing for a man to believe. Since when is dishonesty a group characteristic? You have no monopoly on the truth.
Come on now, it's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
Well, what this man says is very dangerous.
I don't see a need for arguing like this. We should be able to behave like adults.
Right.
Okay, if you insist.
Thank you.
Sure.
Now, if we're going to discuss the case, let's discuss the facts.
Facts may be colored by the personality of the person that presents them.
That's a good point. We've got a job to do. Let's do it.
If you good people don't mind, I'm going to close the window. It's blowing on my neck.
Hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to have the window open.
But it's blowing on me.
Don't you want a little air? It's summer. It's hot.
But I was very uncomfortable.
Look, there's 12 of us in here, and that's one of the only windows, if you don't mind.
I have some rights too.
So do the rest of us.
Couldn't you just trade chairs with someone at the other end of the table?
All right, I'll keep the window open. If someone would trade,
Take my chair.
thank you.
Shall we get on with the case?
Yeah, let's.
Now, I may have an idea here. I'm just talking out loud now. But it seems to me that it's up to us to convince this gentleman that we're right and he's wrong. So maybe if we all went around the room and talked for a minute or two, you know, try and emphasize.
Sounds fair.
Very fair.
Supposing we go once around the table.
Let's start it up.
All right. Let's start with you.
Oh, well, I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious.
In what way was it obvious?
I mean, that nobody proved otherwise.
Oh, nobody has to prove otherwise. He's innocent until proven guilty. The defendant doesn't even have to open his mouth. The burden of proof is upon the prosecution. That's in the Constitution, the Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it?
We all have.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it. I mean, what I meant. Well, anyway, I just think he's guilty.
No reason, just guilty. There is a life at stake here.
Okay, well, let's get to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor, right underneath the room where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he heard loud noises in the upstairs apartment. He said it sounded like a fight. Then he heard the kid say to his father, "I'm gonna kill you." A second later, he heard a body falling. He ran to the door of the apartment, looked out, and saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house. Then he called the police, and they found the father with a knife in his chest.
And the coroner fixed the time of death at around midnight.
Right, now, what else do you want?
Doesn't seem to fit.
The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claims he was at the movies? That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? He couldn't even remember what movie he saw.
That's right. Did you hear that? You're absolutely right.
He didn't have any ticket stub.
Now, who keeps the ticket stub at the movie?
That's true. Yeah, but the cashier didn't remember him.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Wait, what about the woman across the street? If her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killing, didn't she? Let's go in order.
Just a minute. Here's a woman who's lying in bed. She can't sleep. It's hot, you know. So she wakes up, she looks across the street through the window, and she sees the kid stick the knife in the father.
How can she be sure it was the kid when she saw it through the windows of a passing elevated train?
Well, she's known the kid her whole life. And her window is just directly opposite his, right across the L tracks. And she swore she saw him do
I
it.
heard her swear to it.
So, listen, they also proved that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved that.
Excuse me, weren't you telling us just a minute or two ago that you can't believe them, you can't trust them?
So?
Well, let me ask you something. How come you believe the woman? She's one of them, isn't she?
You're a pretty damn smart fellow, aren't you?
Now
Huh?
take it
Pretty
easy.
smart guy?
Come on now, sit down. What are you letting me get you all worked up for? Relax.
Look, everybody, they did take us to the woman's room, and we were able to look through the windows of a passing elevated train, weren't we?
Yes, we were able.
And weren't you able to see what happened on the other side?
Well, I didn't see as well as they told me I would see, but I was able to see what happened on the other side.
See? Do you see?
Let's calm down. It's your turn.
I'll pass it.
That's your privilege. How about you?
I don't know. I started to be convinced, about the testimony from the people across the hall. Didn't they say there was a fight between the father and the boy around 7 o'clock that night? I could be wrong.
So it's 8 o'clock, not 7.
That's right, 8 o'clock.
They heard the father hit the boy twice and saw the boy walk angrily out of the house.
Yeah.
What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't say it proved anything.
Anything else?
No.
I don't know. Most of it's been said already. We could talk about this all day, but I just think we're wasting our time.
Oh, I do.
Neither do I. Go on.
Okay, look, let's look at his record. He stole a car, he's been arrested for mugging. I think they said he stabbed somebody in the arm.
They did.
He was picked up for knife fighting. At 15, he was in reform school.
And he was sent to reform school for stabbing someone.
Now, this is a very fine boy.
Oh, ever since he was 5 years old, his father used to beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
So would I, kid like that.
You're right. It's the kids nowadays. It's the way they are, They don't listen. I got a boy. When he was 8 years old, I caught him with some of the neighborhood gang, fighting out in the streets. After all I said to him about staying away from those people, he goes and joins them. Well, I gave him a whipping he wouldn't forget. And you know what? When he was 15, he hit me. Oh, a woman, his own mother, right in the face. He's big,
I haven't seen him in 3 years. Maybe I'm better off.
Rotten kid, you work your heart out and... All right, let's get on with it.
We're missing the point here. This boy, say he's a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We can't help that. We're not here to go into the reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are. I know it, so do you. Children who come out of slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
You said it there. I don't want anything to do with them, believe me.
I've lived in a slum all my life.
Oh, now wait a second.
I used to play in a backyard that was full of garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
Now, let's be reasonable. It's not personal.
It is personal.
Come on now. He didn't mean you. Don't be so sensitive.
Who did he mean?
I can understand the sensitivity.
Let's stop the bickering.
We're wasting time.
8?
All right. I've had a peculiar feeling about this trial from the start. It seemed to me the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. There are just too many questions left unasked.
While it doesn't change my opinion about the guilt of the boy, still, I agree with you. The defense counsel was bad.
So,
This is a point.
what about facts?
Just too many questions that were never answered.
What about the questions that were answered? For instance, let's talk about that little switch knife. You know, the one the fine, upright kid admitted buying?
In fact, I'd like to look at the switch knife, Madam Foreman. How can she be sure it was the kid when she saw it through the windows of a passing elevated train?
She's known the kid all her life, and her window is directly opposite his. And she swore she saw him do it.
I heard her swear to it.
Okay, and they proved that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
Just a minute. Weren't you just telling us a second or so ago that you can't trust them? That you can't believe them?
So,
Let me ask you this. How can you believe the woman? She's one of them, isn't she?
oh, you're a pretty smart guy, aren't you?
Oh,
Huh?
now,
You think
take
you're
it
pretty smart?
easy. Come on now. Sit down. Let them get y'all worked up for. Relax.
Look, everyone, they did take us to the woman's room, and we were able to see through the windows of a passing elevated train. Didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And were you able to see what happened on the other side?
Well, I didn't see as well as they told me I would see, but I was able to see what happened on the other side.
See? Do you see?
Let's calm down. It's your turn. I'll pass it.
Through a hole in his pocket that he never saw it again. There's a story for you, everyone. You know what actually happened. He took the knife home, and a few hours later, stabbed his father with it, and then even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints. Everyone connected with the case identified this knife. Now, are you trying to tell us that someone picked it up off the street, took it to the boy's home, and stabbed his father with...
Let's get going here.
I feel like this guy.
Well, what do you say? You're the one holding up the show.
Obviously, you don't think the boy is guilty?
I have a doubt in my mind.
But you haven't presented anything to us that makes it possible to understand your doubt. There's the old man downstairs. He heard it. He heard the boy shriek it out.
The woman across the L track, she saw it.
And we know he bought a Swiss knife that night, and we don't know where he really was. The movies?
And the kid and father did have a fight earlier that night.
He's been a violent kid all the way, and while it doesn't prove anything...
Still, get over it.
Listen, I have a proposition to make. I would like to have another vote. I'd like you 11 to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand alone. We'll take a guilty verdict in right now.
Let's do it.
Sounds all right to me. Everybody agree?
Perhaps
Yeah, me too.
You're out here for sure.
It's taking forever, it's so hot.
Tear them down. Got them?
Yep.
One.
That's everybody? That's everybody. Thank you. Guilty? 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 Guilty?
That's 6.
Please. 6, guilty. 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 Not guilty. Oh, no. Guilty.
How do you like that?
Right?
Who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Yeah, who did it? What idiot changed their vote?
Is that any way to talk about a man's life?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of the dead man or the life of a murderer?
I want to know. Who?
Yeah, so do I.
Excuse me, it was a secret ballot.
Nobody looked while we did it, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot. If the voter wishes to remain a secret,
Look, there are no secrets in here. I know who it was. What's the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, and then this slick creature starts tearing your heart out with stories about some poor little kid who couldn't help becoming a murderer. So you change your vote? Well, that's not the sickening thing I've ever heard.
I agree with you if the boy's guilty, but let's be fair.
Hold it? Be fair? That's just what I'm saying. We're trying to put a guilty man in the chair where he belongs, and now all of a sudden we're listening to fairy tales.
No, wait a minute.
Now you listen to me.
Let's try and keep this organized, folks.
It isn't organized, but let's be civilized.
please, I would like to say something here. I always thought in this country you could have an unpopular opinion. That's why I came here. I wanted the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually, I would. In this one case, I agree with you. The point I wish to make, though, is in my country, I'm ashamed to say...
Now, what are we supposed to do? Listen to the whole history of your country?
It's always wise to bear in mind what has happened in other countries, when people aren't allowed to disagree. But we are, so let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to this subject. I got a question for you. What made you change your vote?
Yeah, I want to know. You haven't told us yet.
What makes you think I did change my vote?
Because I do. Now get on with it.
There's nothing for her to tell. She didn't change her vote. I did.
Oh. I was going to tell you, but you were so sure of yourself.
Sorry. Okay, now,
Perhaps you'd like to know why.
well, let me tell you why that
A
kid
woman wants to talk.
Thank you. This man chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for support, and I gave it to him. I'd like to hear more. The vote is 10-2.
Well, that's just fine. So if your speech is over, let's move on.
Let's take a short recess instead.
You know, if there was anything in the boy's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Me neither. They're grasping at straws.
As guilty as they get. Boy, I suppose.
Well, it's that one juror that's holding out. But he'll come around eventually. He has to. Besides, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know.
It is. What is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt anyway?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a man's life is at stake, what is reasonable doubt? You have to have law and order. You have to draw the line somewhere, or everyone would run around knifing people.
There's not much doubt here.
Well, two people think so. I wonder why. I really do wonder why.
do hear stories about men who've gone off to jail and death sometimes. And years later, things turn up.
And then, on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they do it again. They squeeze out on some technicality and they kill again.
Right? Yeah. Look, now that we've had a chance to cool down a little, I got a little excited there. You know how it is. I didn't mean to get nasty, nothing personal.
Okay.
Look, supposing you answer me something. If the kid didn't kill him, then who did?
Well, as far as I know, we're only supposed to be involved with whether the boy on trial is guilty or not. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
Okay, I suppose, but then who had a motive?
The father was long in years, maybe an old grudge.
Remember, it is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain to us what your reasonable doubts are.
Well, so far, it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's just hard to say.
Some kind of a feeling, maybe?
Yes, just a feeling that I have. Perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't.
So what are we supposed to do? Spend the rest of the night talking about your feelings? What about the facts, people?
Yeah, you said a mouthful. Look, the old man heard the kid scream, "I'm gonna kill you." A second after that, he heard the father's body falling, and then he saw the kids running out the door 15 seconds after that.
Where's the reasonable doubt there?
That's right, and don't forget, the woman across the street, she looked through the open window and she saw the boy stab the father. She saw it.
Now, that's not enough for you.
It's not enough for me.
Well, what is enough for you? I want to know.
You like this guy, it's like talking into a dead phone.
The woman saw the killing through the windows of an elevated train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw the killing through the last 2 cars. She remembers the most insignificant details.
Well, what have you got to say about that?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound right.
Well, supposing you think about it.
This isn't a game. This is a man's life.
Who do you think you are?
All right, all right.
I've got half a mind to walk around this table and belch you
Oh,
one.
come on, you guys. I don't want any
Did you see
fights
it?
in
The
here.
nerve, the absolute
All
nerve.
right, calm down. He
Settle
doesn't need
down.
you
This
to
is a
fight.
game.
Pay
Who
me
does he
attention.
think he is?
Were we talking about elevated trains?
Oh, yes, we were.
So,
Well, all right. How long do you think it takes an elevated train going at top speed to pass a given point?
Okay.
what has that got to do with anything?
How long would it take? Just take a guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Neither would I.
I don't think they mentioned it.
What do you think?
10 or 12 seconds, maybe.
I think that's a fair guess. Anybody else?
10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds. Yeah.
All right, we're agreed. 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
That's 6.
Please. 6, guilty. 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 Guilty.
change their vote.
Is that any way to talk about a man's life?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of the dead man or the life of a murderer?
I want to know. Who?
Yeah, so do I.
Excuse me, this was a secret ballot.
Nobody looked while we did it, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot. If the voter wishes to remain a secret,
What do you mean? There are no secrets in here. I know who it was. What's the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, and then this slave creature starts tearing your heart out with stories about some poor little kid who couldn't help becoming a murderer, so you change your vote? Well, that's not the most sickening thing.
Now hold it.
I agree with you, the boy is guilty, but let's be fair.
Hold it, be fair. That's just what I'm saying. We're trying to put a guilty man in the chair where he belongs. And now all of a sudden we're listening to fairy tales?
Now wait a minute. Now you listen to me.
Let's keep this organized, folks.
It isn't organized, but let's be civilized.
please, I would like to say something here. I have always thought that in this country it's all right to have an unpopular opinion. That is the reason I came to this country. I wanted the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually, I would. In this one case, I agree with you. But the point I wish to make is that in my country, I'm ashamed to
Now
say...
what, we have to listen to the whole history of your country?
It's always wise to bear in mind what has happened in other countries, when people aren't allowed to disagree. But we are, so let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. Now I want to ask you, what made you change your vote?
Yeah, I want to know too. You haven't told us yet. What makes you think I did change my vote?
Because I do. Now get on with it.
She has nothing to tell. She didn't change her vote. I did.
I was going to tell you, but you were so sure of yourself. Sorry. Okay, now
Perhaps you'd like to know why.
let me tell you why
The
that
woman wants to talk. Thank you. It's just that I looked at you for a very long time. This way? Well, it's just that I looked at you for a very long time. The seam of his jacket was split under his arm. Did you notice that? I mean, to come into court like that. This was a very old man with a torn jacket, and he walked very slowly to the stand. He was dragging his left leg and trying to hide it because he was ashamed. I think I know him better than anyone here. This was a quiet, frightened, insignificant old man who had been nothing all his life. He'd never had recognition, his name in the newspapers. Nobody knows him. Nobody quotes him. Nobody's listening to his advice after 75 years. This is a very sad thing to be nothing. A man like this needs to be recognized, to be listened to be quoted just once. This is very important. It would be so hard for him to recede into the background.
And you're trying to tell us that he lied about a thing like this just so he could feel important?
Well, he wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he made himself believe he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
Well, that is the most fantastic story I've ever heard. How can you make up a thing like that?
I'm not making it up.
You must be making it up. People don't lie about things like that.
He made himself believe he told the truth.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What?
I am that same man.
I think we understand now. Thank you.
You want to admit that you're a liar. It's okay by me.
Now that's too much.
She's a liar. She just told us
She
so.
didn't say she was a liar, she was explaining.
Didn't you just admit that you're a liar?
Please, she was explaining the circumstances so that we may understand as to why the old man may have lied. There is a difference.
A liar's a liar. That's all there is to
Let's
it.
have some compassion.
We have our job and our duty here.
I think they've covered it.
I hope we have.
Is there anything else?
Cough drop?
No thanks.
Anybody want a cough drop?
Like one?
Come on, can we get on with it?
Thank you. I'd like to make another point here. I think we proved that the old man couldn't hear the boy scream, "I'm going to kill you."
Well, I disagree.
All right. Let's say the old man did hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." That phrase, how many times have each of us used it here in this room? Probably hundreds of times before. Junior, you do that one more time, I'm going to murder you. Come on, Rocky, kill him. Well, we say it every day. It doesn't mean we're really going to kill somebody.
Don't the circumstances alter that a bit?
The old man was murdered.
And the phrase was, "I'm going to kill you." And the kid screamed it out at the top of his lungs.
Don't tell me anyone who says that.
Do you really think he meant it? Do you really believe that? Do you believe that the kid would shout something like that out?
Listen,
so that the whole...
anytime anybody says something like that, the way he said it, they mean it.
And how they mean it.
I really don't think the kid would shout something like that out so that the whole neighborhood could hear it. He's much too bright for that.
Bright? Bright? He's nothing but a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
He's clever enough.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
Steve, if you can hear me,
Yes,
nod your
I'm
head.
sure.
Well, that brings the vote on 9 to 3 in favor of guilty.
I'd like to know why you changed your vote.
I believe there's doubt.
Where? What is the doubt?
So there's the knife.
Fine. He's talked you into believing a fairy tale.
Well, then there's the old man too. Maybe he lied, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he just doesn't like the kid.
Oh, well, that isn't the end.
I believe there's a doubt.
Based on what? Stories this guy made up? He'd write for Amazing Detective magazine. He'd make a fortune. Look, the kid had a lawyer, didn't he? Why didn't the lawyer bring these points up?
Lawyers can't think of everything.
Oh, brother. You come in here and start pulling these stories out of thin air. Now we're supposed to believe the old man didn't get out of bed, didn't run to the door, and didn't see the kid beating it downstairs 15 seconds after the murder.
That's the testimony, I believe.
And the old man swore to it. Yeah, he swore to it, only to make himself feel important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Ran, walked, what's the difference? He got there.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could have run to the door.
He said he went. I remember he went from the bedroom to the front door. That's enough, isn't it?
Where was the bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall somewhere? Are we to send a man off to die because it's down the hall somewhere?
Well, I thought you remembered everything. Don't you
No,
remember
I
that?
I don't remember either.
Madam Foreman, I'd like to take a look at the diagram of the apartment.
Well, why don't we just have him do the whole trial over so you can get everything straight?
His bedroom was down the hall somewhere. Do you know exactly where it was? Please, a man's life is at stake. Do you know?
Well,
Madam Foreman?
I heard you.
All right, what's this one for? How come you're the only one in the room who wants to see exhibits all the
I
time?
want to see this one too.
So do I. Well, I want to stop wasting time.
Are we going to start waiting for all the nonsense of where the body was found?
No, we're not. We're going to try to figure out how an old man who's had 2 strokes in 3 years and walks with a cane can get to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? He can't judge that kind of thing. He said 15. He was very positive about it. He was an old man. You saw that. Half the time he was confused. How can he be positive about anything? No.
Is this what you wanted?
It is, thanks.
Just doing my job. diagram for 2 straight hours. Enough is enough.
Some of us are interested. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is the diagram of the apartment in which the killing took place, and the old man's apartment is directly below it, exactly the same. Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom. Here's the hallway, front door, and the steps. Now, the old man was in this bedroom, says he got up, went out to the hall, down the hall to the front steps, opened the door, and just in time to see the kid running down the stairs. Is that right?
That's the story.
That's what happened.
All in 15 seconds. Correct. All right, the bedroom is 12 feet to door, 43 feet, 6 inches down the hall. So the old man had to get up, get his cane, walk 12 feet, open the bedroom door, walk 43 feet plus, open the front door, all in 15 seconds. Do you really think that's possible?
You know it's possible.
I don't see why not.
He would have been in a hurry. He did hear the scream.
The old man moved very slowly.
11
They had to help him into his witness chair.
You make it sound like a long walk. It's not.
For an old man who uses canes, it is a long walk.
What are you doing?
I want to see if we can do this. I'm going to pace off 12 feet, the length of the bedroom.
You're crazy. You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could see it. This is important.
It's a ridiculous waste of time. Let him do it.
I don't see any harm in it. Foolish, but go ahead.
All right, this would be the bedroom door. How far would you say it is from here to our door?
I'd say it's about 20 feet.
Just about. All right, 20 feet. So going to that door and back would be 40 feet. Well, that would be less than what the old man had to walk through. Wouldn't you say that?
This is absolutely insane. What makes you think you can even do this?
You can't stop him.
Do you mind if I try? According to you, it's only going to take 15 seconds. I believe we can spare that. Anybody have a watch with a second hand? Oh, all right. Stomp your foot when you want to start. That will be the body fall.
We'll time you from there.
Let's say he keeps his cane right by his bed, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm ready.
And wait for him to 60.
Whoa.
I'll speed it up. You walk twice as fast as that.
No, he did not.
This is even faster than the old man enters the court.
No, it isn't.
Think I should go faster? I will.
Yeah.
Speed it up a little.
Well, there's no way you walk that slow. Come on.
He's old.
Pick up.
You hear tomorrow.
Stop.
Right.
What's the time?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39 seconds. Exactly what he knows.
39 seconds.
And the old cripple swore on his oath it was only 15.
Even he was a little off at the speed that the old man walked at. 24 seconds off? I don't think so.
Far be it for me to call anyone a liar. And even with the difference in time between the old man and you, that's still
Quite a discrepancy.
It's my guess that the old man was trying to get to the front door and just heard somebody running down the stairs and assumed it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
You listen to me, people. I've seen all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice. You make up all these wild stories, and you've got all these soft-hearted old ladies listening to you. Well, I'm not. I'm getting real sick of you. What's the matter with you people? This kid is guilty. He's got to burn. We're letting him slip through our fingers.
Our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Perhaps you'd like to pull the switch.
Oh, for this kid, you bet I'd like to pull the switch.
I feel sorry for you.
Don't start with me.
What it must feel like to want to pull the switch.
Shut up.
You're a sadist.
Shut up.
You want to see this boy die because you personally want it, not because of the facts. You're a beast. You're disgusting.
Shut up.
No, no, no.
Let go of me. I'll kill him.
No.
You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?
Is everything all right in here? I heard some noise.
Everything's fine. Thanks. You can take that back, though. We're finished with it.
Well, what are you looking at? I said, what are you looking at?
I don't see why we have to behave like children in here.
Nor do I. We have a responsibility here. We are, what is the word? Notified. We are notified by mail to come down to this place to decide on the guilt or innocence of a man we have not known before. We have nothing to gain by our verdict. This is one of the reasons we are strong. We don't need to make this a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. It's good to be reminded.
I'm glad we're going to be civilized about this.
Well, we're still nowhere.
No, we're somewhere. We're getting there, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, who's got an idea?
I have. How about another vote? Man, for not guilty.
3, guilty. 4,
Guilty.
5, not guilty. 6,
Not guilty.
7,
Guilty.
8,
Not guilty.
9,
Not guilty.
10,
Guilty.
11,
Not guilty.
12, guilty.
That's 6 is 6.
I'll tell you what, a crime is being committed right here in this room.
66. We are a hung jury. Number 2.
No.
3,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
5,
No.
6,
No.
7,
Yes.
8,
No.
9,
No.
10,
Yes.
11,
Yeah. No.
12,
Yes.
66.
We can't even agree on whether we can't even get a majority to agree on whether we're a hung jury or not.
3. Okay, the vote is 9 to 3 in favor of acquittal.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe that kid is innocent? Look, we all know how those people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real reason to kill somebody either. They go out, they get drunk, and bang! Somebody's lying dead in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's just the way they are. You know what I mean? They're violent. Human life doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you going, old lady? Look, these people they're always drinking and fighting And if somebody gets killed, then somebody gets killed. They don't care. I mean, sure, there's a few good things about them. I'll be the first to admit that. I mean, I've known a few that were decent, but that's the exception. It's like they don't have any feelings. It's like they can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece. And you people better listen to me! They're no good! There's not one of them that's any good! You take it from me. That kid in there on trial? What's going on? Don't you know about them? Listen to me. What are you people doing? I'm trying to tell you something! Why don't you people listen to me?
I have. Now don't open your filthy mouth again.
Look,
All right, everybody, sit down.
By anything other than eyeglasses.
No, they couldn't.
What are you saying here? I didn't see any marks.
I did. Strange, I didn't think of it before.
What about the lawyer? Why didn't he say something about it?
Well, there's 12 of us here concentrating on the case. 11 of us didn't think of it either.
Well, okay, Clarence Darrow. What about the district attorney? You think he'd pull a trick like that and never testify without her glasses?
Did you ever know a woman that needed to wear glasses but didn't do so because she thought it ruined her looks?
Listen every time I leave the house.
Maybe the district attorney didn't know either.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so she had marks on her nose. I'll give you that. From glasses, right? She never wore them out of the house so people would think she was gorgeous. But when she saw this kid kill his father, she was in the house, alone. That's all.
Do you wear your eyeglasses when you go to bed?
No. No one wears eyeglasses tonight.
Then it's logical to assume that the woman did not have her glasses on when she was tossing and turning and trying to get to sleep.
How do you know?
I don't know. I'm only guessing. But I'm also guessing we want your argument.
I gave you my argument.
We want them again. We're not convinced. We have all the time to take.
Everything. Every single thing that came out in that courtroom. And I mean everything. Says he's guilty. What, you think I'm an idiot or something? Lousy bunch of bleeding hearts. You're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my opinion. I can sit in this goddamn room for a year. Somebody say something. Why don't you take that stuff about the old man who lived there and heard everything? Or take the knife. What, just because he found one like it? The old man's son, right there on the stairs. What difference does it make how many seconds it took? What's the difference? Every single thing. The knife falling through a hole in his pocket. You can't prove that he didn't get to the door. Sure, you can stumble around the room all you want, but you can't prove it. I'm telling you, every single thing that's gone on has been twisted and turned in here. That whole business with the glasses. How do you know what kind of glasses she wore? If she even wore glasses. The woman testified in court. Well, what do kid. I know what they're like, what they do to you, how they kill you every day. My God, don't you see? How come I'm the only one who sees? Jeez, I can feel that knife going in.
He is not your boy. He is somebody else.
Let him live.
All right. Not guilty.
We have a verdict.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take your seats in the jury box.
Go ahead and take a 5-minute recess. A 5-minute recess. Meet back at 8:36. Thank you.